We are traveling this morning and keeping it on the continent. Now, as Africans, we should always consider what adventures we can find in our own backyard. We welcome into studio Ashley Gerrand to talk to us through her top African bucket list travels. And of course, this is only for singles. Ashley, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Finally, a topic that I can talk about.
Awesome.
I'm going to be honest. When it comes to Africa, I haven't even begun to explore it like I should have. But what are your thoughts on it? Why should people make this a travel destination?
Oh, Africa in itself is just so unique to anywhere in the world. I mean, I haven't traveled extensively globally, but Africa's just got such a magical feeling about it, from everything from the scenery to, of course, the wildlife. And I think something that really brings home is the people.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I recently visited Mozambique, and that was mind-blowing for me. It really, really was incredible. But what are your maybe top 3 bucket list options when it comes for traveling as a single person?
Definitely, I think, you know, since you've been to Mozambique, you've experienced the island side of what Africa has to offer. But if you're going to travel to Africa, you have to do a safari. And of course, one of my top destinations is East Africa, and that would include Tanzania and Kenya. Just pure Africa, pure, like, real culture. That's kind of the epitome of where African safari was, where it began. And then, of course, there's Botswana, which is very unique because of the Delta, and our very own backdoor, South Africa. 3
brilliant options right there. And I love that as a single person, you don't have to sit home and watch other people do it. You can get out there and live your best life. All right, now I have to talk budget. How much am I looking at when it comes to a trip of this nature?
It's very difficult to say because there's so many elements and factors that contribute to the perfect trip. That's why there's experts like us for people to talk to and guide you in finding the right destination in terms of what it is that you're looking for, be it the migration, or if you want to see Victoria Falls, or of course traveling around South Africa. There's so many highlights. And then it also comes down to the type of accommodation. Are you a glamping type of person, or do you want to stay in a luxury lodge with a private pool? So it all depends on what it is that you want. So the budget question is very difficult, but that's why we are here to help you and to guide you.
Wonderful. Now, for any single person that's watching here right now and who's never thought of traveling by themselves but has always wanted to, what would your advice be?
I think predominantly would be to speak to an expert and to get some guidance on where would be the best place to start, because there are so many options in Africa to choose from that you may come in having one idea and actually the right solution for you is something different. Of course, you need to bear in mind certain times of the year. Pricing will vary because of the seasons, weather is a factor. So there's a whole bunch of different things you need to consider. And obviously, as single travelers, you need to decide whether you want to travel as a group or if you're adventurous enough to do a self-drive along the garden route. So yeah, it's exciting when you start speaking to someone and learning more about what they want, and then you plan it from there.
Lovely. The options are endless, and that's why we have the experts like you here.
Exactly.
So awesome. Well, it sounds like unforgettable memories waiting to be made, and if you're exploring Africa by yourself, you might want to take into consideration everything that we've been talking about, and who knows, if you're single and ready to mingle, you could be meeting that person that's just for you. We want to thank Ashley for joining us, and we look forward to chatting about her recommendations for couples traveling around Africa.